Hello, welcome to... Oh, I just did a leg slap. Hello, welcome to Anarchy in the Ukulele.
This is a very weird looking ukulele.
Yeah, Bongoboy, you've missed the brief on Anarchy in the Ukulele.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. So, Anarchy not in the ukulele today, Anarchy in the...
Loota.
In the Cajon drum kit thingy-me-bob.
Yes.
That if any of you have watched our other video, we bought this for Bongoboy as a little surprise.
Yeah.
It wasn't because we love him, it was because we were really quite mean to him most of the time. We felt a bit guilty.
It's because you wanted to give me the convenience of upgrading to a bigger Cajon.
Yeah, convenience. Yeah, yeah, but it also you've now got somewhere to sit. You kept hovering, kept hovering around in the background, having to take your shoes off because you couldn't fit in.
Yeah.
Now you have your own seat on set.
They're very over the top seat.
Over the top seat, yeah. So, but fantastic seat. So we bought the Loota, and we said we're going to do a proper review. Here it is.
Yes.
Go.
We've done a joint review.
Well, I'm just here because I was
moral support.
I was getting a bit bored in the office planning our road trip and things. So
yeah. Well, fair enough. I'm just
messing around with this. Setting up for our gig, which is happening on the 3rd of September, which means we now have to put this video out before then. Right, there is a very few tickets left. It is at Anarchy HQ, so if you want to come and have a look around Anarchy HQ, Abby won't be happy with that because Abby doesn't want any general riffraff coming in the building. But
VIP passes.
Yeah, if you contact us, we'll give you a little tour. We won't play this to Abby beforehand.
No.
We'll give you a little tour of Anarchy HQ. But we have a marquee that we built yesterday.
Yeah, I do.
So it's a lovely outside gig. We've got pizza. Got a pizza truck coming to sell pizza. We have a bar. The Anarchy in the Ukulele band is going to play, including the Loota. Will be heavily featured. And we've also got support.
Yes.
By a little band called False. Because this has turned into a big plug for our gig because I want to sell these remaining tickets. So there's not many left. If you're in Suffolk, Cambridgeshire, Essex, not far to come. Norfolk. Get on down here, but you do need a ticket. They're free. They're completely free. There's about 17 left as we stand today.
Okay, yeah.
Completely free. Come and see us. Our first ever gig. It's going to be epic.
It will.
Yeah. And come and say hello. Yeah. Right, get on with the review.
Right. Well, this is a Loota, which is a Finnish percussion kit.
It looks very finished.
It's a very nice finish on this Finnish percussion kit, made from Finnish birch. I think
Finnish birch. That's quite hard to say. Finnish birch.
But this is the dark Arctic birch.
Nice.
Finish.
Yeah.
It also comes in a natural one, which is a bit lighter than this, but it's mostly the top.
Which one do you like the best, the natural or the dark?
I don't know. I quite like the dark because I think the natural one it's got a similar.
We'll put up a screenshot of the natural. Yeah. Abby liked the natural.
Yeah.
But I overrode her.
You overrode. Got the dark.
I thought the dark looked a little bit classier.
Yeah.
Whereas the unfinished one looks a bit like our old Cajon.
Yeah.
Looks like it needs a good rub. It looks like it needs a good rub down and a varnish. So I liked the
it matches
antique finish.
Other things and ukuleles.
Cool.
And it comprises of a big Cajon down here, which is the kick. Got a pedal, which comes around to the side here, which is very cool. It's
a really cool pedal, isn't it? It's a proper. I mean, you'd pay quite a lot just for the pedal.
Yeah. I mean, it's about 200 quid just for the pedal, but it's a brilliant little thing.
It is, really good pedal.
And I've played Cajons with a pedal before, but you have it like on the side, and you use your heel,
and your foot's not in the right place, is it?
Or it's at the front, and it's just really awkward.
So as a drummer, this is a bit more what you're used to, isn't it?
It's where it normally is on a drum kit. It just makes it a lot easier. You can get a slightly cheaper one, which is about £150, I think, which is a cable instead of this solid bar. It's a cable driven one, which again is a little bit cheaper. It wouldn't be as nice, obviously.
No, I think you're always in danger of the cable breaking.
Or getting caught on things. And
I suppose there's almost a bit of a lag with the cable compared to
Yeah,
because if that's turning there, it's turning the whole thing at exactly the same time, isn't it?
Yeah, everything is turning all at once.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that. I mean, perhaps, if you're a drummer with a cable.
Yeah, I've never had a cable one, so I wouldn't know.
Let us know, but there might be a bit of lag, I don't know. But I think this is the better one, so I think it's really cool.
Yeah, and then it has a built-in snare, which locks into the front. At the beginning of the video, I quickly put it up to show how it transforms
so it can get stored the other way around,
travel mode into playing mode.
It's very clever.
It is very clever. And that just locks in with this, which is just a big screw with a bit of wood behind it, and it just clamps it in place. And the snare is beautiful.
It sounds so much like a normal snare, but with a slight hit of a cajon on there as well.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, snares built into cajons, I don't think
they rattle.
They sound more cajon than they sound snare. This sounds more snare than it sounds cajon.
Yes.
If that makes any.
Yeah, I mean, if you use your hands, it's got a bit more of a cajon-y sound to it. But yeah, I mean, it's also got snares on the bottom, which really interests me because there's no way of seeing what's in here, but it feels like there's about 4 snares just in this one drum.
Perhaps we need to ask Loota.
Loota.
Yes. I have to really practice that because I keep calling it Loota.
Yeah.
Loota.
Yes, it's spelt Loota.
Yeah.
If it was English.
Perhaps we need, if they watch this video, if you could show us what's inside the snare,
instead of us cutting one open.
Perhaps it's a trade secret.
It might be.
It might be. It might be like a Kentucky Fried Chicken secret recipe.
Yeah.
If the Colonel wants to send us that as well, that's okay. I'd never eat anything but fried chicken if I had that recipe.
The spices, and then built onto the snare are these arm clamps that go to cymbals, and these came with the kit. These, I really like this one. It's an Istanbul cyst. I was going to say it was a snare, then it's a cymbal.
So a really good cymbal.
It's a really, really nice cymbal.
A tiny cymbal, but really good. But it's weird, this, because it's not a splash cymbal.
No.
So how...
Well, it is, actually.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like it.
It doesn't sound...
It sounds deeper than a splash. Splash is the sound... Is that just my brain not...
It might be. I mean,
don't know, do you?
It's a 10-inch splash, but because it has the holes, it gives it...
Yeah. I wondered whether it was slightly thicker or something. It doesn't feel it. It feels thinner, if anything, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's quite a flexible...
Perhaps being thinner, would that make it lower? It sounds
more like a china.
Yeah, but you can use it as a ride, and it works perfectly well, doesn't it? I think it's great for a little cymbal. I think it's absolutely brilliant.
And then it has this one on this side, which is a Loota own made cymbal, which I don't know. I can't remember what it's called. I've got it written down. What is it called?
Is it called a smash?
It's called a crash stack.
Crash stack.
Yeah, because it's a stack of 3 cymbals, and then it's got little.
Yeah, it's interesting, that one. I kind of like it.
I
don't really so much,
like
do you? No,
just because. It's I mean, there's no dynamic in it, so no matter how you play it, it's always
a little bit.
But this one is like
I kind of like it as a more of like a hi-hat.
Yeah, it does work nice as a hi-hat. But the main thing that I dislike about it is how much the rest of the kit makes it ring, because it's just sort of always jingling a little bit.
I think it does rattle a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it could be made slightly better with the cymbal arm having a solid base to it, because they've got these
squeeze it a little
velvet washers, but they just sort of squeeze down.
Oh, I mean, it might be something that you could customise, like a little bit of tape on one side or something to kind of just stop it from being quite so crashy. Yeah,
I don't know if it's something where you can like undo these little ones on the bottom, but I'm just going to take it off so
again, Loota, let us know, because I mean, I like it. I think it's quite cool.
I think it has a good use. It's got these little almost finger cymbals on the bottom, which just rattle around a little bit.
Yeah, which could perhaps be tightened up a little bit.
Yeah, they might be. They've got screws going through.
Yeah. Is it like wing nuts under there, or did I just see, or I imagine that?
No, you imagine.
No. So yeah, so perhaps if we tighten those a little bit.
Yeah, but I don't know if these are locking.
Oh, yeah, could be. Could be.
I haven't messed around.
We'll find out.
I don't want to break it.
We'll find out. I mean, you can also add in other things to this, can't you? So I mean, I've seen people playing them where they'll use a proper hi-hat and this.
Yep.
I think that's really cool. That might be something that we do when we do our gig.
Yeah.
We've probably got room in our marquee to do that.
Loads of room.
But like to take out and about or use in a small situation like in this studio, I think it's really cool. But you could add to it. You can add different drums onto it as well, I think, can't you? But
yeah, well, Loota themselves have like add-ons that you can add on. I think some of them you can put where the cymbals are, but I've seen videos that have done where they have another stand and it's got them attached. But they do different basically little boxes, little versions of a snare. They've got small versions of a snare, and then they've got ones which don't have snares in and they sound like little Cajon bongos. Yeah,
I'd be really interested to try some of those because they just interest me because they look like bongo size things.
Yes.
But you're positioning them almost as toms, but I don't think they'd work. I mean, I don't know. I think it's kind of just having different tones. Like you can get a smaller snare, and I've seen people play accents on the smaller snare while playing the big snare. So I'd be interested. But
I'd be very interested,
if Loota want to send us any.
Send us like the whole selection.
I mean,
of everything.
we have bought this, and I mean it's quite expensive. Although I think it is worth the money. We'll get onto that.
Yes, we'll get onto the cost.
But if you want to send us anything else to try, we'll try it out.
Yeah. All the way from Finland.
That's the most shameless plug I've ever done. We don't generally do shameless plugs because we buy a lot of our equipment and we don't get sent it. But
and then anything you do get sent, you then buy because you really like it.
But then when I was getting this and I went on their website, I just kind of wanted everything. But so
like a rack of the different
so
snares and everything.
I've gone for the shameless plug.
And with this, the kit that you've bought, which is the professional. Obviously, the Loota Percussion Professional Cajon kit. It comes with sticks, which are chunky looking things.
Yeah, I love these. I don't know how you describe these.
Well, they're brushes, but they're
but you see, I would almost describe them as fibre optics.
Yeah,
without the optics.
Yeah. So plastic rods,
or are these the optics without the fibre? I don't know. I don't know which is which. But without the inside bit, that's what they remind me of.
Yeah,
and they're brittle.
They feel.
Hold on.
Is this an ASMR channel?
That's not my beard. Which, if you are hearing other noises throughout the video, it's normally my beard catching on. I have to keep pulling my t-shirt down. Yeah, they're quite brittle, but give us a play. Give us a...
Well, and they're adjustable as well, so you can have... Which is
quite hard.
Sticks. Sort of a very hard sound. Whereas if you roll these down, which looks a bit... It's fine.
Wait, but to there.
No, but they turn into brushes.
Oh yeah, and they sound... Yeah, I like the brush sound. It's really nice. Fern's not going to like this.
No.
We won't go into why Fern won't like that.
No. Well, she doesn't like sweeping.
She doesn't like sweeping sounds, brush sounds. Sorry, Fern, I've outed you.
Yeah. That's her biggest secret, that she doesn't like brush sounds.
Yeah, we can cut it if you want, Fern. You have to let us know.
And re-upload it.
Yeah.
So these are Rohima Polybrush XL.
They're cool, aren't they? I mean, I think unless you break them or they get tired,
I don't think they break very easily.
No, I wouldn't be craving after a different pair. I think they're really cool.
Yeah, because these, I mean, I've had wooden brushes in the past, but these are so flexible. It's just like the whole thing.
I think they are Cajon brushes, aren't they?
Yeah,
I think
they
that's
are. I've had some in the past that were Cajon brushes, and
so I guess almost in between a rod and a brush. But like an adjustable rod.
Yeah.
Into a brush.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Maybe.
And it also comes with this beautiful rug.
We get a mat. I think that's just on the professional one, isn't it?
Yeah. Which we don't need because we're on a rug.
We're on a rug. But it looks so nice.
And the pedal and everything attaches to it. It like velcros onto it.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, no, that is good.
So it's
because you don't want that moving around.
You don't want it moving around.
So
because it is quite close here.
Yeah.
That you don't want anything to be
shifting around, but it's not good on there, is it? No, that's really cool.
So yeah, that works really nicely.
That's really cool.
And the best bit is that the pedals go into the main body of the cajon when you're picking it up and taking it around. The snare turns around and goes where I'm sitting. And
that's awesome.
Cymbals all fold in over the main body, so it's really cool.
I think we should mention the quality of the finish, actually. The finish.
The finish of the finish.
The finish.
Yeah.
Is really, I mean,
it's top.
It is
top
absolutely top notch, isn't it?
Like every little bit, like even this little knob down here that tightens it.
Yeah.
It's
really everything is beautifully smooth. It's ply, isn't it? But it's beautiful.
But yeah, I mean you can see along here that it's got the.
But the ply's giving it the strength. You wouldn't be able to make this out of solid wood. It wouldn't. I don't think. Do you make cajons out of solid wood?
You wouldn't make the top out of solid wood. That needs to be really thin. Yeah. So there's probably a couple of mil.
I believe the top is heat treated birch.
Oh, nice.
Finished heat treated birch.
Yeah.
As someone who's read it from the website would say.
Yeah.
But that toughens it up.
Yes.
And I think the early models didn't have that. I don't know if they had any problems with that. Possibly not. Well, but it just makes it that little bit tougher. But you can see how thin it is. Yes.
In the middle, you wouldn't want to punch it because you'd probably go straight through it. But then I reckon the sides, solid wood. The arm coming down here.
The finish really is absolutely immaculate. It's beautifully done. The size of the bass cajon's really nice as well because it just gives that little bit more depth. It's big for a cajon, isn't it?
It's well because it's quite deep. Yeah. Normally cajons are as deep as they are wide, but this one is deeper than it is wide, which might just be so you can sit on it. Yeah. Because I'm sort of towards the back of it, you can't go much further.
But you certainly get like plenty of bass end out of it.
Yeah.
I mean that's like a bass drum really.
Yeah. And it's got the beater is a foam headed beater, so it doesn't damage the cajon. Because if you used a normal drum beater, it would go straight through. I think.
No, it's really cool. I'm just going to try and move that mic a little bit in, if that's not going to catch your leg.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, really, really cool. We're miking up, so we've got a mic on the bass drum, mic on the snare, and we do have an overhead that we're using up here as well. That possibly, if I was recording it, we'd bring in a little bit closer, but we're using it for multiple purposes today, and it's fixed. So
yes, we're not going to move that.
So yeah, we use that. We are using Antelope microphones, which are modelled microphones. So you can model it as a bass drum mic and model that. So we can put a D115 on the bass drum and we can put an SM57 on the snare, but we can also swap them around to whatever we like. Yeah. So we'll have a little play around when we mix it and get the best sound.
Yeah, sounds good.
Out of it. But that's all my technical geeky stuff. Well, I think you need to have a play.
Oh, all right. I haven't been able to play it.
Never played it.
Never played it before.
Haven't been rehearsing and playing it in videos.
This is a completely brand new. Yeah, never played it before. No, yes, absolutely.
Sit there. I'm going to sit here,
drink your coffee,
and watch. Oh yeah, where is my coffee? And let me get my coffee. I was ever so thirsty before we started. Have a little play, and then we will slot in some little clips from some of our other videos as well, I think.
Yeah, because this has featured in a lot of covers that have already been released and are coming.
Yeah, show it with a band.
I think I'm ready now. Intoxicate me now with you, even if we're just dancing in the dark.
What we haven't really said is how good it is for ukulele bands.
Yeah, well, because it's all of the parts of a cajon. Yeah, but more. So it's got the same sort of sound.
But you get the sound of a drum kit, don't you?
You get the sound of a drum kit,
and you know, with the cymbals as well. I mean, I've watched a lot of ukulele group videos since we started this channel. A lot. I'm not going to say anything.
A few thousand hours.
A few thousand hours of some videos.
Yes.
Some good, some not so good.
Yeah.
Again, I need to shut up. But I mean, they're all good at what they do, but we wanted something that was a bit more band-like, that was a bit more drum kit-like.
Yeah.
To me, when you have a ukulele group and they have a drum kit, it doesn't always work because the drums is always going to overpower the ukuleles. Particularly, you know, I've seen videos of stuff where the drum kit's mic'd up on, you know, a big stage at a festival or something.
Yeah.
And the ukuleles are mic'd up, but they still can't get to the level of the drums.
Yeah.
And then you either have a drummer that's playing really timidly because they're trying to keep the volume down, which I hate. You know, I play a tiny bit of drums, and you obviously professional percussionist and drummer.
Yes, sure.
And video maker.
Yeah.
But there's nothing worse than trying to hold drums back because of the volume. I don't think, you know, and then you play with rods and it's still too loud because your bass drum, you're not playing with a rod. This allows you to actually play like a drummer and enjoy it, I think, with ukuleles. So in our little band, we sometimes have like 3 ukuleles and a bass, and this doesn't overpower at all.
No.
And you're playing really it, you're not kind of holding back, you're not, you know. So I think, that was the reason we got it, and also the reason we're reviewing it, because I think it's perfect for ukulele groups. Yeah.
I mean, it's good for any sort of acoustic band, but ukuleles being sort of the ultimate acoustic.
Yeah, but if you're a guitarist, singer-songwriter, and you were just going out and you wanted some percussion, it'd be good for that.
It's good for busking.
Yeah. Which we might see in another video soon.
Don't know if I'm going to lug this around with me though. It does something that it does come with. No, it doesn't come with. You can get for it. An accessory is a bag.
Yeah,
which has
with wheels on. So when we go busking, perhaps we need the bag with wheels on.
Yeah. Oh, what a shame.
But yeah, so I think perfect for ukulele groups. Yep. So small or large, it would fit in really well. Mics up really nicely.
Yeah.
And that's why we're doing it, but definitely worth a look at. Price wise, we'll play out. So we'll play out. You would have seen the other videos by now because we've already cut them in during our rambling on for 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's why. Oh god, that was really really hard work doing all of those videos.
Great video, yeah. And but what was I going to say? Price. What's the price?
It's £899.
Yeah.
Which is 1,000 and something euros.
We really did feel guilty, didn't we?
You did, yeah. I'm gonna let you be abusive.
More often. There's something totally wrong about that. But I think the not professional version is still a professional looking thing to me. The snare drum's not quite so thick or deep sounding, I don't think.
Yeah, there's the performer.
Yeah, I think edition. The Cajon might be slightly shallower, but I don't know that for sure.
It doesn't have the big sound hole on the front, I don't think.
I don't think you get the cymbals with it.
No. Well, there's different ranges, so there's different packages.
Sometimes you just get one cymbal and things like that. So go to the Loota website, which we'll put up on screen. It came really quickly.
Yeah.
It was really well packaged. Did we? Oh, we did an unboxing.
We did an unboxing.
You
can see all the packaging flying around all over the place.
But yeah, so it's expensive. $800 you can buy a good drum kit for that amount of money. However, I think for its purpose, it is brilliant, and it's worth if you're in a large ukulele group. Have a whip round, pass the hat round, get out, go do a bit of busking in your town centre, go do some playing, earn a bit of money, treat your percussionist because they get left behind.
They do.
They're the poor person of the ukulele band.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, you know, they get mistreated.
Yeah.
Treat them.
Yeah. They hold the band together and they're just not looked after.
Right, Bongoboy's going to play us out. So like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Nice. It's not a bell, it's a symbol. Honestly.
Sorry.
This is why he gets abuse.
I'm not going to be allowed on camera again.
Not be allowed. This is the only appearance on camera.
I'm milking it as much as I can.
The whole of this we blurred your face for.
I can plug my social medias and everything.
You're gonna.
Bongoboy.
And like, subscribe, ring the bell.
Instagram, Facebook.
Have you got a website?
I do have a website.
Do you? I've never looked on your website.
Bongoboy.co.uk.
Bongoboy.co.uk.
Don't look at it. I haven't updated it in a few
I was
years.
going to say, have you just set this up this morning?
I don't know if it's renewed or not. We'll see.
He does have a YouTube account with quite a few thousand people on it.
I do. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Where he plays lots of bongos.
I do. Actually, I don't play lots. I play the same pair of bongos.
Actually, mainly cajons. So they're not bongos at all.
Congas mostly.
Yeah. And we've had this conversation. It should be called, Conga Boy.
Yeah, but then
that's not right. Right. Play. I feel like I should be dancing.
Go on then.
I'm going out shot because I can't sit here while you play. Play. Go. You finished. Finished.